Imagine you re-holding your phone and you tell it to do something simple like open WhatsApp. Under the surface, a lot of small parts are quietly cooperating. If we slow everything down and walk through each component as if we re-watching a friendly little machine doing its job, the picture becomes clearer. 1. The brain of the phone, the processor. Inside the phone sits a chip that behaves like a tiny general. It receives every instruction you give and decides what to do next. If you tap an icon, it interprets that tap, figures out which app you want, and tells the rest of the phone to get to work. It's incredibly fast, which is why everything seems to happen instantly. 2. Memory that thinks short-term, RAM. Right beside the processor is a space it uses like a desk during busy work. This is where it keeps things it needs right now. When you open apps, watch videos, or browse the web, the information sits here temporarily so the processor can grab it quickly. When the space fills up, the phone starts slowing down because the desk gets cluttered. 3. Memory that stores long-term, internal storage. Imagine a large filing cabinet where your photos, apps, music, contacts, and documents live. This is the storage. Even if the phone is switched off, these files remain there safely. When an app is needed, the processor pulls it from this cabinet into the fast disk space, RAM. 4. The screen that listens and speaks, display and touch layer. Your screen is doing two jobs at once. First, it shows things through millions of tiny dots that light up with color. Second, it senses your fingers. There's a transparent touch layer sitting over the display that notices changes in electrical signals whenever you tap, swipe, or pinch. It sends this information to the processor so it knows exactly what action you're trying to take. 5. The battery that powers everything. This is the energy tank. It feeds electricity to all parts of the phone. When the battery level drops, the phone adjusts how much power it gives to different components so it lasts longer. Charging simply fills the tank again. 6. Radios that allow communication. Cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. GPS. A phone is basically a pocket radio with several stations inside it. The cellular radio talks to the nearest cell tower. This handles calls, texts, and mobile data. Wi-Fi connects to routers in homes, offices, or public places, usually giving faster data. Bluetooth works over short distances, like sending audio to earbuds. GPS listens to satellites so it knows where you are. Each radio uses its own antenna, often hidden in the frame of the phone. 7. The modem, the translator for the network. When you browse the internet or send a message, the modem takes the digital data from your phone and converts it into signals the cellular network understands. It also does the opposite when data comes back from a network. Think of it as a skilled interpreter working between two worlds. 8. The camera system, lenses, sensors, and image processors. When you snap a photo, light passes through tiny lenses onto a sensor. The sensor converts the light into electrical signals. Then a part of the processor called the image processing engine cleans it up, adjusts color, reduces noise, and combines multiple shots if needed. What you finally see in your gallery is actually the polished result of several steps. 9. Speakers and microphone. Your phone's voice and ears. The microphone turns sound vibrations into electrical signals. During calls, your voice gets compressed and sent to the network. The speaker does the opposite, turning electrical signals back into sound so you can hear music, calls, or notifications. 10. Sensors that watch the environment. Phones have a surprising number of small sensors. Accelerometer and gyroscope tell the phone how it's moving or rotating. Proximity sensor turns off the screen when your face is close during a call. Ambient light sensor adjusts screen brightness. Fingerprint sensor or Face ID parts help with security. These sensors act like tiny scouts feeding information to the processor. 11. The operating system, the organizer. Everything above would be chaos without software to coordinate it. The operating system manages apps, controls permissions, allocates memory, handles notifications, and makes sure components don't clash. It's the quiet manager ensuring the phone runs smoothly. When all these parts work together, the experience feels simple. You tap an icon, the processor decides what to do, memory prepares the needed information, radios connect you to the world, sensors adjust the phone to your environment, and the display shows the result. Beneath that smooth surface is a whole community of components working in harmony, second by second, to make the device feel almost alive.